All right, welcome back, everyone. So this is the second easiest problem, which is the third problem in the set, Frosty the Milkshake. So in Frosty, how it works is there are n positions. I'll draw a picture for it real quick. You've got a bunch of positions, and maybe n's equal to 5, so, or 4, I guess. So you're going to have position 0 and 4, you start at 0, and then your milkshake, your snowman. Yeah, so, okay, then you've got a spoon. Here's your spoon. Little smiley face, too. Alright, so you're Frosty the Milkshake, so you want to go to Jingle Bell Rock's house. There's maybe Jingle Bell Rock's. And you have to go all the way across. There are a bunch of freezers. So you have a freezer. There's a freezer here. And there's also a freezer at Jingle Bell Rock's house, for sure. So you can stop in either of those houses. But also, along the way, you can stop at some houses. Maybe some of the elves have freezers. And you can stop at their houses and cool off if you need to, because you don't want to melt. So you start off at negative D degrees, and or D degrees where D is negative. And if you ever get to some positive degrees, you'll melt, so that's bad. So you have to avoid doing that. And then you have to reach Jingle Bell Rock's house in the fewest number of turns possible. So one thing you can notice is, like in the example, so the example is pretty similar to this. So there are n's equal to 4. You have a freezer. Jingle has a freezer, obviously. And then in this example, there's one house, one elf that's at position 3. So there's an elf here. There's a freezer that you can use there. So, and you start out at 0 degrees. So the solution in the sample is to wait for 3 turns. So you're going to spend 3 turns cooling off. And then after that, you can walk forward 3 times. So now you'll be here at this elf's house. You can wait for 1 more turn there, and then you can go to the rock's house. So if you do that, that's 8 turns total. You spend 3 waiting, 3 crossing, another 1 waiting, and another 1 crossing. Another possible solution, which I think is a more helpful solution as far as understanding the solution path, is you could just spend all 4 turns in your own refrigerator and then just ignore this elf. So, in fact, no matter where the elves are or which elves there are, it's never better to use an elf's refrigerator than to use your own refrigerator. So you can just ignore the fact that the elves exist completely, and instead of using any of their refrigerators, you can just use your own for everything. So if you're going to do that, you have to wait in your own refrigerator until you're cold enough in order to be able to cross all the way. And then once you are cold enough, you can just walk all the way across. It's also possible that you don't need to wait to get cold enough at all. You can just cross right away. And that happens if D is bigger than N, or like smaller than negative N. So we can code up that solution real quick. So we're going to get a scanner as usual. And we don't actually need to read in where all the elves are. We can just read in N. We might want to read in how many elves. And then we also want to read in our starting temperature, which is D. I'm going to make D positive just for convenience. I'm going to make it the negative whatever's in the data. So now what we know is the answer is going to be we're going to have to spend n steps walking. And then in addition, we're going to have to spend whichever's smaller, 0 steps to cool down, or we're going to have to spend n minus d steps to cool down. So we can get rid of these unnecessary parentheses. So, like on a given turn, you might need to cool down until you're like negative n degrees. And if that happens, then this is how much you need to cool down. Otherwise, you might already be cool enough, in which case the answer is you don't need to cool down at all. And then, regardless of that, you need to walk 10 steps. We don't actually care about where the elves are, like I just mentioned, so we can actually ignore that part of the input. So we can read these two samples to verify that I haven't made any huge bugs. So it's 4 steps. Oh, that's not right. Okay, so why not? Yeah. So it's the max of like 0 and n minus b for sure, because like if this is some positive number, then we have to wait for that many turns. If it's 0, then we don't have to wait for anything else. Yep, so that makes sense. There you go. So that's 8, and then we got this other sample here. Here, D starts as like something that's non-trivial. And 15 is also the intended answer. So yeah, so that's Frosty the Snowman, or Frosty the Milkshake, sorry. Hopefully you enjoyed the problem, and then we'll keep going with the other problems in the next video.